two quick problems. Black to play, black to play. Well, no, it's not quite black to play. Black did this. This is an example from the student game. And white should have done this. But white was in a hurry, so white did this. Then after black played here, white decided that he didn't want black to catch these stones, so white connected. So, black to play now.
Why does it look familiar?
Why does it look familiar? Not your game.
What?
I promise. No,
It looks really familiar.
I bet it does. It's a common problem. And then, let's see, after that I thought we would take a look at your game from the tournament. A couple things from your game from the tournament. Most notably, anticipating cuts and like preparing to take damage. That's sort of the theme. And then after that, if we have questions from the homework, then we'll break for games. Sound good? All right. Cool stuff. Rotten weather out there, huh? Yeah, no, maybe.
At least it's light or something like that.
Tie
That's
shut.
true.
Yeah, it's light.
Tie shut, not the tie shut.
Well, they broke out.
So what do you think? 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 Start with this one. Start with this one. What's the wrong move? Yeah, what's up, Colin?
I was gonna.
You're gonna say what the right move was?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, pick a wrong move then. Let's do that one first. How about just this one?
Okay, yeah.
This is a wrong move. All right. After this isn't sente, and I have to worry about the cuts coming back here. If I do something like this, I don't really like how that protects things. So what do we do instead? Go for it.
13-2.
13-2. Sure. Make the sacrifice bigger. White doesn't want to give up on these. Still doesn't want to give up on these. And, all right, now here's the key part. Last move here. What do we do? Did you see this? Did everybody see this part?
Yeah.
Yeah.
10-5.
10-5. This one?
No.
No.
10-5. That's 11-5.
Ah, 10-5. You want to do this one?
Yeah.
I want you to do this one.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, because it's
Because we're going to go
defensive
after
too.
these stones. That's right. We're going to cap these stones
Or a
off.
cap.
We're going to do this, right?
Yeah.
If we just go here now, these are two separate problems, so let's not get confused. This one protects this cut here, right?
And it also-
And it starts the takes the initiative to attack this group on the side. Nice way to make it.
Good point.
So, make the sacrifice bigger, give it up, visualize the whole thing, and then find this nice shape of the dam. All right, over here, same deal. What do we do? Drew, pick a wrong answer for me. Not an easy wrong answer. Atari on the outside? Is this one?
Yes.
Yes. Why is this wrong?
It's captures.
Because, yeah, sure, I'll capture. Actually, I think
Yeah.
I'm,
Good thing.
no, I'm going to capture.
Yeah.
You have a problem, like even if you do this, even if white connects, you still have some problem with the cut here, right? It's still not perfect. So what should we do instead? What should we do instead? We don't want to tar it from the outside, we should. Stella! What should we do? What should we do?
What's that?
What? What? Anybody? So who's got it? Who's got it? George. What do you think?
I just heard him say crosscut.
Crosscut.
Looking at
Crosscut.
that, but I mean, yeah.
Is this, if we crosscut, is this different than if we do this? What do we do now?
No, doesn't open
Sorry, it's a trip.
It's a little different. I mean, we could do this, I guess. But we still have this cut back here to worry
it.
about, right? What was that? Yeah, make a guess. Go ahead, make a guess.
They'll be down.
Yeah, extend down. What do you think's going to happen next? What's white going to do?
Probably well, if he blocks from the corner, then his three stones could be in danger. And then if he blocks from the three stone side, then he can just.
Yeah, if he blocks from the three stone side, he's going to have some trouble. She said if she blocks from the corner, then these three stones are in danger. And if he blocks from the three stone side, then black can just catch one of these stones and live in the corner. In this case, if he blocks from the corner, these three stones aren't quite in trouble, but it keeps white from pushing through. Because if white pushes through, black can take this liberty. So white has to do this in order to keep everything alive. Sonny, you look really skeptical. You look like really skeptical. You're like, I don't know. It's always bad. We've got a visiting like 5 down here, and he's got 6 down, and he's looking at me like I'm crazy here. So what does black do here? What's black do? Black then is going to play here, right? And we're going to force here and here, and then come back and grip this down here. And this cutting point is still protected. We've protected this cutting point by extending here, right? Because if white pushes and cuts, we can turn now and capture the stones on the top. You see how that works? The liberty here is important for pushes and cuts. So who would have seen this from the beginning? Everybody, right? Yeah. Now the next question. Say it's like this. It's black to play now. Now that we've looked at this, do we see why this is sort of the natural move for black to play in this situation? Right? It might not go the same way, but certainly this sequence after this is pretty much forced. These are all sort of normal moves. Is that a question, or is that you stretching your hand out? All right, good stuff. So there's 2 problems. Yeah, what's up, George?
I don't understand how the cut is protected with the,
Aha! After this?
yeah.
All right, well, let's show you. So, cut. Whoa. Can we do our little forcing move here?
Yeah.
All right, so if white pushes through the cut, Stella, what is it? Which one? Which
Well,
one?
then if he pushes through the cut,
Uh-huh.
I think black can play at 4-2.
4-2, that's right. If we just turn here, right? You see it now, George?
I do.
Yeah.
I was not anticipating white
No,
taking
it's
the
just a
cut.
short cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. If white goes back to do this, white goes back to protect first, now black can just do whatever is locally appropriate on the outside
Yeah.
to protect this cut.
So white pushes is filling its own domain.
Yeah, it's filling his own domain, that's right. White pushing basically.
Lost one.
So to Suji to take, go take. I don't know.
All right.
Not the best move. Of course, it means that white playing here is sente-ish, right? You need to pay attention to the cut that's back there. But. All right, next question. So white plays here. Can black block, or does he need to fix his cut? Check for comprehension.
Yeah.
Needs to fix his cut.
He needs to fix his cut. You think so? Who thinks he needs to fix his cut now? Who thinks he can play here? 1, 2, 1.5, 1.5.
I'm still reading it.
Okay, still reading. Take your time. Hey, Bert.
Yeah, he can play there.
He can
He can block.
block. He can block. So we got 2.5 for he can block. Drew, you didn't raise your hand. He can block. 3 for he can block. 1 for he can't block.
I'm changing my mind.
You're changing your mind. All right, so we revise.
It's
All right, so
not
black
peer
goes
pressure.
here.
I've read it.
All right. Now that it looks like this, not part of the problem. What about now? Do I need to protect my cut? I'd like to play here, maybe if this was a totally abstract board, that'd be nice.
Yeah, now he has to protect the cut.
Now he would have to protect the cut, assuming that globally he needs to not be cut, right? Assuming that white is strong enough on either side that we don't want to be cut here. Yeah, now we need to do something to protect our cut. Maybe even something fun like this. No, that's fine. This leaves behind a fun code. Anyway. Okay, so that's what we had to say there. Let's look at a student game. And we're going to talk a little bit about planning for the cut. Planning for the cut. When you're going to be cut. Getting out ahead of that. So. So, how many people played a game in the last week? Real quick, show of hands. Oh, did you play a game in the last week? Yeah, Taiju counts. Play online. You play online. Uh-oh. Bert, did you play a game last week? No. No! Oh, no, we're so close to 100%. Break my heart.
You can have some of mine.
Yeah, some of yours did. Yeah, you want to give them back, is that? Starts off here. Frank cleverly does this exchange where he wants to see how white's going to play before deciding that he's going to come back here, like this. Right? Now, normally I would expect white to take a move down here before black has done anything. But white decides that white wants to extend this way, which is a little questionable. That's okay. No big deal. Still a choice. So now that gives black the opportunity to basically pretend like he never tanuki'd down here, right? Like it's like he never tanuki'd. So white now plays this, and now that sequence I was just talking about. And so here, this black slide is a little interesting because normally the joseki is for black to play here. And then after white plays this move, black can slide as a later point, or black can do some sort of a ladder breaker. But the idea is that usually white will play this move in response to the ladder breaker to develop something larger here, because usually there's already a white stone here, right? So this joseki usually has a white stone down here so that this makes this nice relationship. Since that white stone isn't here, this whole joseki choice is a little funny, but it's okay because we didn't ever play this in the first place, right? Black didn't cut to begin with, he just slid. So white got to do this one. So it actually almost kind of, if you squint, looks like it turned out okay for white. I still don't know if I like the position overall. I think black has done a better job. This slow move is a little questionable. But I want to talk about what happens now, which is black plays here. So who knows what's going to happen next? Not you, you played. Everybody who's not one of the players in this game, who's going to tell me what's going to happen next? Come on, what's going to happen? Push and cut. Push and cut. Like if you're playing on KGS, do you know what they're going to do next? They're going to cut. You know that they're going to cut. So don't just block if you know they're going to cut. Like start thinking about now. I want you to think, what am I going to do after they cut me? Because indeed, what happened in the game is white plays here, black cut, like he was gonna, and white decided they didn't like any of the fight that starts with this, so they just gave the stone up. Which gives black like this whole territory on this side, right? What do you think, Sonny? Do you like this for black?
Yeah, I like black.
You like black, yeah, right?
Two solid colors and
Two solid corners
just, yeah, that
and
is
this
huge.
whole side. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. So, what should white do instead of just blocking?
Jump.
Jump is an idea. What else? Tanuki's an idea? I mean, I don't really like tanuki, but I don't like just going along. Like, at the point that you know they're about to push and cut, I want you to stop before you play this move that is going to inevitably be followed with the cut, and think about what's going to happen afterwards. If you jump, it's not super obvious that like this is going to be so much better. If black really is like, I'm so determined to cut you, he can, right? Notice this move here because we don't really care about these two stones that much, right? Like this is still not a great result for white, right? Like black can cross under if he wants to now. You know, like it's not obvious to me that this is good, but black's territory is so much smaller than it was in the other way. When he just gave up on this, when white gave up on this stone, black's territory on this side was really big, right? So even if you're going to take this damage, even if something's going to go wrong, like get out ahead of it and come up with the plan. Does that make sense? This is not necessarily like, this jump is not necessarily the right answer here. But it's a lot better than just blocking, cutting and giving up, right? So I want you to think about it before it happens. If you're cutting, you can think after you've cut. That's fine, right? But if you're about to be cut, that's when I want you to stop and think and come up with a plan. Sound good? All right. Questions? Comments? Questions from the homework? Who's been doing the homework? Oh, this is definite show of hands. You're gonna do your homework, right, Stella? If we give you homework, you're gonna show these guys what's what? Maybe? No? Okay. All right. All right. So we'll do some questions from the homework. I've got some questions from the homework. You guys don't have questions from the homework. My questions from the homework are gonna be harder, so you guys better show up with some questions from the homework. Yeah, what's up, Sonny?
Can I add one thing?
Yeah, totally.
In the opening.
Yeah.
Actually, Stella and I been watching the formation.
This one?
Blacks 135.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Right here.
right there. The whites six move is kind of weird.
This one.
Yes.
Yes, this is a weird move. That's right. Because it doesn't leave white a good move on either side. This is not really a nice
the
shape.
one stone 3-4. If that stone is at start point, then that's okay.
Because now you can make the knight's move approach.
Right.
And this is kind of a normal relationship.
Right, but when it has 3-4, you divide into two pieces, then black's gonna secure one corner. Either that one or the knight's move.
Either one. Yeah.
That way, black has two solid corners very early in the game. And then the professionals games, that's why professionals games, they
Usually approach.
Yeah.
This is, yeah, absolutely. This is an unusual choice. Usually it's more usual to split the side one than to start one.
Right. Well,
But it's still a choice, so I don't know. In this case, I think it's more like, I don't really like this one. I would rather see something like this to be light. I think you have some funny, white's left with a funny shape either way. So I don't like it, but there wasn't, yeah, right. Thanks.
So maybe in this example, the move, yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's.
This is
I
normal.
think-
Why can't my wife read my mind?
I think 90% of pro will play that.
I think so too. But it's interesting. This used to be out of favor because they figured that the pincher was too good of an extension, and now they don't like this as an extension from. I mean, now they don't mind this as much. They don't think that the three-space pincher is severe enough. Also, because they now approach high all the time. Changes. All right. Some questions.